Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that's on a lot of your minds: how to absolutely crack the CUET English exam. And I'm not talking about just studying hard, I'm talking about studying smart. So let's get right into it. So, you've taken one look at the CUET English syllabus and felt your head spin, right? It looks absolutely massive, and it's so easy to feel completely lost just thinking, where on earth do I even begin? Trust me, you're not the only one feeling that way. But here's the secret: the real game changer isn't about locking yourself in a room and studying for 12 hours straight. Not at all. The real key is understanding the pattern of the exam. It's about knowing exactly where to aim your efforts to get the maximum score. Okay, so let's crack this code together. The English paper has changed the game. Forget about memorizing endless dry grammar rules like tenses and articles. That's old school. This exam is all about testing your practical real world language skills. How well can you actually use and understand English? That's the real question here. Now, look at this. This chart tells the whole story. Vocabulary, a massive 40% of the entire paper, and reading comprehension. That's another 25%. You add those two up, and you'll see they completely dominate the exam. This right here. This is the blueprint we need to follow. So now that we know where the marks are, we can create our own priority based blueprint. This is our master plan. It's all about studying smart, not just hard, by focusing our energy where it's going to make the biggest difference. Now, hold on. Before we go any further, I need to make something absolutely crystal clear. This priority plan we're discussing is based on patterns from previous year's papers. It's a fantastic time saving strategy, especially if you're feeling the pressure. And this is very important, if you have enough time, please study the entire syllabus. This is about being strategic, not about cutting corners. So here it is: the golden rule of cut English prep vocabulary and reading comprehension. Together, they account for about 65% of your paper. This is your foundation. This is where you have to focus first. If you can master these two areas, you're already well on your way to a fantastic score. All right, let's break down the high priority stuff. You should be spending about 60% of your study time. Right here, we're talking reading comprehension, which will give you about 12 questions. Then you have a huge number of vocabulary application questions, somewhere around 18 to 20. And sentence rearrangement with another 7 to 8 questions. This is the absolute core of your preparation. Next up, let's talk about the medium priority topics. These should get about 25% of your study time. This bucket includes things like idioms and phrases, phrasal verbs, and some specialized vocabulary, like literary devices. They don't appear as often as the high priority topics, but getting these right can really push your score up. So once you're confident with the basics, this is your next focus. And finally, we have our low priority topics, which need just about 15% of your time. This covers things like conjunctions and prepositions. Now, the smart way to learn these isn't to study them separately. Instead, you'll pick them up naturally as you practice phrasal verbs and sentence construction. It's just a much more efficient way to learn. Okay, so we know what to study, but that's only half the battle. Right now, let's get into the how. How do we actually tackle these questions when we're in the exam hall with the clock ticking? Having a clear strategy is everything for reading comprehension. Please don't just jump in and start reading word for word. The winning move is to skim the passage first in about 30 seconds just to get the main idea, then read the questions. Now you know exactly what you're looking for, and you can scan the passage again for the answers for sentence rearrangement. Aim for 60 to 75 seconds. The key is to find the sentence that starts the story, the subject, and then look for connecting words that create a logical flow. Now, when you see those matching type questions, your best friend is the process of elimination. Immediately find one or two pairs that are obviously wrong and get rid of them. It just makes the whole question simpler. And for fill in the blanks, find the blank that's easiest to fill first. That will give you clues for the rest. And always trust your ear. Check for words that just sound right together. All this theory is great, but let's make it real. We need a concrete plan, a roadmap. So here's a practical 8-week action plan that will guide you every step of the way. This is how you put all this theory into practice. You can see how we're building this up step by step. In the first 2 weeks, it's all about building a strong foundation with core vocab and RC basics. Then, in weeks 3 and 4, you level up to advanced words and start doing timed practice with one mock test per week. After that, we really ramp it up. The final 2 weeks are purely for revision speed drills and taking at least 3 mocks a week to get that real exam feel. And you know what? All of this is achievable in just 60 minutes a day. Seriously, spend 25 minutes on vocabulary that's not negotiable, 20 minutes practicing 3 RC passages, 10 minutes for other question types, and a super important 5 minutes to analyze the mistakes you made yesterday. Consistency is what will get you there. This slide basically sums it all up. Your dues: always, always time yourself. Analyze every mistake you make and learn words in context. Your don'ts: don't just memorize word lists, don't get lost down the rabbit hole of grammar rules, and please never practice without a timer. Time is your biggest competitor on exam day. So we have the strategy and we have the plan. But what if I told you there was a way to accelerate this entire process, a way to make your preparation even smarter? Now, this is something you really need to understand. A tool like Ease to Learn is not a magic wand, it's not here to replace your hard work. Nothing can do that. Instead, think of it as a force multiplier. It takes the effort you're already putting in and makes it smarter, faster, and way more effective. And listen, even if you are going to coaching classes, this is an absolute must have. So, how does it do that? Well, first, you have the Gap Fixer. This is like your own personal AI tutor. It actually diagnoses your specific weaknesses. Are you struggling with inference questions in RC or maybe a certain type of vocabulary? Gap Fixer pinpoints the exact problem so you can work on it instead of wasting time on stuff you already know. And then you've got Tony, your 24/7 AI buddy. We've all been there, right? It's 2 a.m., you're stuck on a doubt, and there's no one to ask. Well, Tony is there to instantly clear that doubt and explain the concept. It makes learning so much more stress free. You can go to a movie, attend a friend's birthday, and when you're ready to study again, Tony is there waiting for you. And that's not all. There's Pace, which trains you to be both fast and accurate, because one without the other is useless. The exam room gives you incredibly realistic AI simulated mock tests. Plus, all the previous year questions, you get detailed reports and analytics to track your progress. And there's the ETL library for extra help. But honestly, your own study material is more than enough. Use the library only if you've got some spare time. Our goal is to help you with your entire journey, not just the English paper. So, if you found this explainer helpful, make sure you check out our guides for other subjects too. We have detailed explainers on a whole range of subjects, from the general aptitude test to core commerce subjects like accountancy and economics to sciences like physics and chemistry, all the way to history, political science, and so many more. Go ahead and explore the series to build a winning strategy for all your cut papers. All the very best with your preparation.